Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra, just follow the sound please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with this practice. So especially when it comes to meditation, always you have to remember information is important, but at the same time, our own action with our mind bring the real experience with these techniques. So even though you hear this all, always you have to remember the way you put it to action change the outcome. So then you have to become very clear with the informations again and again and again and again. You have to filter it very clearly. And at the same time, you have to be sharp with your actions. Especially when you practice meditation. Having this clarity inside you is very necessary. Having total clarity regarding your primary mental object and at the same time your attention. So as you know, during this time period, nowadays everywhere people talk about this artificial intelligence and chat GPT. So when it comes to that, to maintain this chat GPT, it's a kind of like a chat box. The way you answer the questions, the way you ask the questions, bring the answers. And all the informations already is there. So then out of your questions, it brings up that whatever the information's available. So why I bring this to this practice? Because our mind the same. Our mind, our thoughts is kind of like a chat box. We always chat ourselves, we ask questions ourselves, and we bring the answers from inside us. That all related to past experience. So that's mean, so whatever the informations that you gain about your questions is already there in you. So it's not a kind of like a new things, but still when according to your questions, according to your inner conversation, according to your inner chat box, the way you handle your own inner questions change the outcome. So meditation is a kind of like a method. You shut down this chat box, because in that way, you develop the ability of observing and recognizing rather than thinking and understanding. So when it comes to our day-to-day life, in this conventional life, mostly we neglected observing and recognizing. Why? Because we want to merge with the conventional knowledge. Because of that, we accumulate informations, we think on the top of that, and we understand. There's nothing new that you can gain. But whatever it is there, that all you gain, it's already there. So when it comes to practice meditation, we observe in the very first level, we observe our thoughts. And observing thoughts bring ability to understand the very nature of it. There are two kinds of thoughts. It's always there as information related to your past. One is profitable thought, one is unprofitable thought. Another way, we have two kinds of thoughts. One is skillful thought, and other one is unskillful thoughts. So developing meditation, developing, observing, and recognizing will bring the ability to separately recognize this both. And if it is unskillful thoughts, you don't react to that. And if it is a skillful thought, then you react to it. Because thoughts just keep coming. There's no reason sometimes to thoughts appear. Thoughts keep coming. But the thing is, whatever the thoughts come, you no need to react to that thought. If you observe a little bit that whatever thoughts come, it's go away. So if you develop these skillful thoughts, if you hold it to that, if you have the ability to separately recognize, it brings the deeper clarity. So that's why the ability to separately recognize is a skill. Because to practice meditation from the beginning, just imagine in the beginning we recognize the breathing, and then we recognize it separately, inhalation and exhalation. So you need some kind of awareness to recognize this. And it is not by thinking or interfering or doing something you can make it happen. No, you just allow it to happen. So whatever happens, you see it. So that way you are capable to go deeper into to recognize the very nature of thoughts. And once you have ability to separately see this skillful thought, unskillful thoughts, so your journey become more successful. Your day-to-day life become more productive. And you are, as ordinary person, you can build up your creativity. Otherwise, sometimes you may spend your whole life for unnecessary things or unskillful things. And sometimes it happens to us. If you don't see this, what happens? If you are not capable to see your own thoughts, if you are not capable to recognize a skill, it is a skillful or unskillful thought, is it a profitable thought or unprofitable thought, what will happen? So today we are going to look into that little bit. As all of us knows, there is a very popular word called desire. So most of times, the people, when they hear the word desire, it's kind of like people not that much appreciate it. Desire is mostly kind of like related to the lust or the greediness, so like that. But as human beings, we all have desires. We depend on desire. So what is the very meaning of desire? Most of time we think we go towards something, we try to gain something, we try to achieve to something. We have a goal. We go towards something. But the very meaning of desire, when we go into the connotation of the desire, is one of the meaning is it's all whatever in you, whatever it is there already. Whatever you have, whatever available, what you hold, what underneath you, this all called desire. It's simply whatever you have. So then we go towards something. If you already have it, where you go? So then it's kind of like a same puzzle. To make it very clear, just imagine for a little bit. If you don't know about something, you cannot have a desire about it. So then when you want to have something, or when you have desire about something, that's mean you should have some kind of mental picture, image about it. So if you are capable to gain a mental image, what does that mean? It's already there. So because that's why it's called, when it comes to this human powers, your imagination is the creation. If you can't imagine something, you can't get it. If you can imagine, so that means it's already inside you. So the desire is not a new thing. When we have a desire again and again and again and again, maybe we already repeat it inside us. So whatever the desire that you have, don't think it is the very first time you try to gain it. You already maybe had it in your previous lives many, many times. That's why you may keep going towards it. So that is what another way we call this circle of birth, a repetition of life. We go around the same thing again and again and again and again. That's a very conventional nature. So having desire is nothing wrong. So then practicing meditation will help you to filter the desire. Because sometimes we have improfitable desire, unskillful desire. Look at sometimes, people, it's like people do many things in day-to-day life. And just as example, effort or using the strength. Sometimes people use their strength, they struggle with things. And end of the day, it's just a struggle. They just pass the time through the struggle. There is nothing they develop. So it's a kind of like an unskillful desire, effort. So then yourself always you have to remember how you can have a very skillful desire. So then you have to look into that and see whatever desire arises in you. Remember that it already there in you, you try to repeat whatever. Maybe you repeat it in different format, in different kind of formula, in different kind of structure, but the same thing. So if it is related to the greed, hatred, and the delusion, or the ignorance, or not knowingly reasons, and if you put the effort, energy, strength, and you invest your life to gain something, it become always unskillful desire. Why? Out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, there's no way that you can gain loving kindness, generosity, compassion, wisdom, that kind of profitable, skillful result. So then always remember, when you look into your thoughts, you will see from in the depth of that thoughts, from where it comes. And if it is come with the loving kindness, compassion, empathy, generosity, wisdom, and that is going to become a skillful thought, and at the same time, it's going to become a profitable thought for you and for others. So developing that again and again and again and again will help you to develop very clear journey towards your ultimate result of this all, which we call liberation. So then look into your desire. It is not a kind of like a bad thing. It is not a kind of like a wrong thing. We all need that. Without that, we can't make this journey happen. So as example, even in the conventional life, to have a very successful life, even to pass an exam, get good result, find a nice job, or do some kind of project, and even help for others, even develop your career, your company, you have to have some kind of desire, because the mind always follow that. Mind need that structure. So don't try to not to have a desire. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't have any desire. So in the conventional life, when you don't have a desire, it's kind of like a kite on the air, on the sky without the air or the wind. It doesn't go. So you need the desire, but only thing is you have to change it to from unprofitable things to profitable things. Skillful, unskillful desire to skillful desire. In that way, your awareness becomes more sharper, clear, energy becomes more stronger, and out of this all, your conscious decision going to become more and more and more clear. It brings you kind of like a confidence. That confidence having inside you regarding your own thoughts and regarding your own actions and regarding your own effort is very necessary to find the success in the spiritual life. Without that, you can't find the success, because you can't gain anything out of initiation from somebody. This you have to gain through yourself. So that's why, remember, whatever you have the desire, it all comes from your history. And then only thing is, rather than stopping it, bring it to from unprofitable things to profitable. To do that, in the very first level, you have to develop the ability to see this mental chat box. And then through the awareness, you select whatever the thoughts you want to develop. So out of practice, you gain this skill. Meditation will take you to that level to see the mind. When you're capable to see your own thoughts, recognize your own thoughts, and that is the one of the best result you gain out of practice. Why? Because knowingly or unknowingly, underneath this skin, we carry huge memory mountain. We develop it or through all the accumulation. We enrich that memory, that whatever we carry with us. That's what another way we call sanskara, or the mental formations. But most of that memory is unskillful, unprofitable. But when you develop the meditation, when you develop the awareness, from this point to your future, you are capable always, out of whatever you hear, smell, taste, see, feel, out of all perception, you are capable to not to more and more and more gain unprofitable thoughts or unskillful thoughts. So whatever is there, little by little you minimize, and at the same time, from this point to your future, you don't gain anything new. So in that way, so whatever the profitable or skillful thoughts they are, you develop it inside you, and at the same time, out of your perception, if it is a profitable or if it is a skillful thought, you gain it. So this is the method you develop. And another way we call the cultivation of the mind. So the very purpose of meditation is that. So more, it is not a kind of like a stopping thoughts from the very basic level. It's not kind of like you go to a kind of like a very blank state, sleeping mood. You bring this ability to see the thought and filter it and develop it. In a certain level, your mind completely 100% become stronger with the skillful or profitable thoughts. So in that very moment, you gain the direct perception. Out of any perception, that contact itself bring the understanding without thoughts. So in that level, you are capable to see. Now, from the beginning, inside your mind, you saw skillful, unskillful thoughts, profitable, unprofitable thoughts. Now you come to a point to see. So whatever the moment of experience that you go through, form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition, this mechanism and how things moment by moment change. To see that, you have to have a very strong mind. Strong mind means you have to have a very clear mind. So in that way, by the time you are capable to experience the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So then always remember, this is not a kind of like a magic. This is not a kind of like a superpower that you gain from somewhere. It always go through developing the clarity. And once you have the total clarity inside you with the clear mind, then everything going to be okay. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So if it is possible, don't move your body. And at the same time, allow this inhalation, exhalation happens itself naturally. When it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncatu. Bless you.